Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Fresh and our Orc Hunter. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today, we are taking on the Ragefire Chasm for the first time. Our group is all ready to go, as you can see. We've got 5 quests to complete while we are inside, and without further ado, let's get into the very first dungeon run of our journey. Hopefully we can pick up some decent loot, although I'm not expecting too much. RFC is pretty light on the loot overall. And as a result, I think we're only going to be running RFC just a single time, just to complete the quests. Wailing Caverns is going to definitely be the dungeon I think we run multiple times, if any. Tons of quests that honestly would probably take multiple runs to complete anyway, but also tons of leather gear. And a new weapon as well. I think there's a bow to be had within that dungeon as well. Working our way through the trogs. Got plenty of those to kill. We're going to have to clear out the whole room in order to complete that quest. Open up the sound options a little bit and just turn down the ambience just slightly. The lava can get quite loud sometimes in these types of areas. Some leather has already dropped. It's only slightly better than what we have now, but it is still better, I suppose. We'll just hit greed. I don't think we need to be rolling need on these green items. So far so good. I've got details opened as well, just to see where our damage sources are coming from. Not really a min-maxer or anything, I do just like to see where, we're just interested in anything. So far, even in like multi-target fights, like for example, Serpent Sting really doesn't do that much damage. It's not a crazy efficient spell. Most of our damage just simply comes from our auto shot and our pet's auto attacks. It's nice that we don't really have to sit for mana or anything, though. So far, nobody really has had to sit for mana. We've got 2 hunters in the group along with a rogue. So that's been nice. Nobody really has to drink, and so far our shaman has held up very well from the healing side of things. We'll have to see where our ammunition is towards the end of this. I'm sure we're going to have to buy arrows probably, if I had to guess. But we'll see how long we're in here for. Turn the ambience down just a little bit more. That's right, I keep forgetting that we actually only need 1 single hunter's mark up on a target. So we can utilize the other hunter's mark if they decide to use it. I think the same goes for True Shot Aura as well once we pick that up much later on, at level 40 of course, but very useful group-wide buffs. We got our first boss underway. Oakle Flint. Let's get Serpent Sting up on everybody if we can. Looks like we accidentally pulled something. Got 2 pets in here, so we should be able to utilize them both. Ooh, a leatherworking recipe. That's really cool. Hillman's leather vest. Seems pretty good. I think we will need on that, actually. We've got a quest completed in here. Let's go ahead. Well, we're going to have to hold on to that recipe until we hit level 100. Shouldn't take too long to get there. Speaking of leatherworking, we've got a ton of leather in our bags. And scraps as well. The dungeon isn't going to take the full episode, so I think after we're done here, we're going to pick up our new abilities for level 16. And then we're going to work through these leather stacks in our bags. So far, this is a very smooth run. You can tell that pretty much everybody else in the group has been here before as well. Everybody seems to know exactly what's going on. heading into the elemental chamber now. Good to know that we can't poison these elementals. I suppose that makes sense, though. We're now entering the giant room with all the cultists within. And the big demon in the middle, of course. Definitely be an interesting room, especially if you get caught off guard by the patrol. Especially for newer players. I feel like newer players always die at least once in Ragefire because of this room. Well, we got one of the books at least. The Spells of Shadow. I think we're going to need one more to drop off one of these guys. Yeah, the incantations from the Nether. Some green mail wrists. Not for us. Starting to clear out the first couple of areas. Soon be in the middle. Not sure if we can get any loot off of this guy. I suppose we can check AtlasLoot. Another very handy add-on. Yeah, nothing crazy off the first boss. There's a cloak that I guess could work, and nothing off of the other boss either. There really just isn't that much to be seen in Ragefire. Probably like one good item, honestly. Otherwise, you could pretty much just buy a green off of the auction house or create one yourself. That's going to be pretty comparable to any of the stuff that's in here. But once you get to Wailing Caverns, and of course on the Alliance side, the Dead Mines, you're going to run into a lot A lot better stuff. It's going to have much more of an impact. Some cloth wrists. I don't think anybody here is going to want them except for maybe the shaman. And we just picked up his heart. Another quest complete. Oh, and there's the patrol. Let's put our bat on him and just give him a quick taunt. Just help him out a little bit. It's nice having two additional off tanks. To help with situations like this. Oh, let's see. Take out the Voidwalker first since he is easy. Now looking at our quest log, we just need hidden enemies, so we just need Bazalon and Jurgosh, the last two bosses, and the only two remaining. Everything else is complete. Very, very efficient and fast Ragefire run so far. I feel like the last time I was in Ragefire, the last couple of times, were with groups that were a little bit lower level, a little bit slower, perhaps a couple of newbies in the group. It took a little bit longer, but it was a lot of fun. Watching everybody try to figure everything else out. Ooh, green wrists. Those are amazing. We're going to need on those with the other hunter. The other hunter got them, but that's okay. Yeah, green wrists are actually a little bit of a bigger deal because, as we've actually saw in the Druid series, green wrists for leather are actually pretty hard to come by. You can't get them from many dungeons. You can't make them from leatherworking. There are no green wrists to make from leatherworking, which is interesting. At least not for like a long, long time. That's okay, it's not such a big deal. Not too many stats have been lost or anything. Someone just leveled up, and speaking of which, we're just about ready to level up ourselves. Half a bar remaining. Should be able to get that before the end of the run, and still have those 5 quests to turn in. We're going to get pretty deep into level 16 as well, I think, once we turn all those in. Maybe we'll work on that as well, since we're going to have to get over to Thunder Bluff and Undercity to turn in everything. It's funny, we ended up with the cloth bracers ourselves. 1 intellect, 2 spirit. I suppose it's better than what we have now. It's going to be a little less armor than maybe what we could get from a crafted white piece of bracers. I think we'd rather have the stats though. Or, you know what? Maybe we'd rather have the silver, because we can probably sell that. We have an offhand as well that we just picked up. Yeah, maybe we'll try to just sell those on the auction house. Oh, looks like it's boss time. Let's get Serpent Sting on everybody and then focused on the boss. And with that, we have hit level 16. Some mail bracers have dropped. Nothing that we're particularly interested in. This hunter just wants to keep pulling and pulling and pulling. Yeah, the group finder tool, by the way, really nice. We listed ourselves. We were also in Orgrimmar, so we, took the time to not just list ourselves, but also spam trade chat. And I mean, it took maybe like 1 minute to get an invite as a DPS. In a world where there are probably too many of those. We actually pulled something. Let's have our pet help taunt that off. A little bit too close to these cultists. Offhand green to roll on. Lots of greens. Fortunately, no other leather ones that we can roll need on. Coming up on the final boss of the run. Azalan. Azalan? Not sure how you pronounce his name. After all these years. Beautiful. He is dead. All quests have been completed. That is fantastic. And now it's time to head back through the dungeon and out into the city. We got our damage done. I'd say we did pretty well overall. Pretty much right there at the top with the other hunter. Really good group. Yeah, so we've got plenty of time left to turn in all of these quests and work on some of our professions. I suppose we might be able to work on first aid a little bit as well. We should have some linen cloth that we have obtained just from this run alone. Let's put in another talent point as well. Cannot forget about that. Gonna get another point into lethal shots. Keep getting that crit higher and higher. Very excited. 4 levels from now to get aim shot. Nice hard-hitting opener that we can use for the rest of our leveling journey. Can you actually go this way? I guess you can. Huh. Is that actually shorter? Let's hop down and find out. Yeah, I guess this is a little bit shorter. I don't think I've ever realized that shortcut there. Alright, we're almost out of the dungeon now. Let's open up our quest log and take a look at some of these rewards that we're getting. In some cases, we're just getting silver, which is great. Honestly, that's the feels like the preferred reward with how little we've had so far in this run. So yeah, decent amount of silver. Okay, so we are getting leather wrists. That's really, really awesome. We are actually gonna get some after all. No agility, but 3 stamina is awesome. Definitely gonna take that. And some legs too. Very cool. A lot of good stuff. Now let's say goodbye to our group. Go ahead and leave the party. Let's go ahead and turn in the quest that we can with Thrall and with Nehru Fireblade.
Zuk Zuk. Victory. Farewell.
Double checking the vendors in the area, seeing if there are any that would provide the sharp arrows that we're looking for right now. Maybe over in the Valley of Honor. Yeah, nothing too noteworthy down here, it looks like. Hello again, Thrall. come for my reward.
Loktar, friend. What is it you wish?
Speak with Neru Fireblade again. Sure. I guess there's some additional back and forth that we can take care of here. See what Neru Fireblade has for us this time. Hopefully there's a... You know what? This does sound familiar, though. I feel like there is a more substantial reward at the end of this quest line.
Strength and honor for the Horde.
Here we go, yeah. So we go back to Thrall and we can actually pick up something more, a little bit more meaningful. For us, I mean, for melee classes, these are amazing rewards. For us, I don't think there's anything here that we care about. There's a staff here. You know, increasing our mana pool is cool with the intellect, the extra spirit, but I feel like the 4 stam that we get from the Cauldron Stir is just better. It's just, it's not really worth replacing it. I'd rather just pick whatever is worth the most silver and vendor it. It's not really going to be a significant increase. Thing I've been thinking about too. I'm seeing it in chat a lot. People looking to buy some new bags. That is something that I can relate to. I would
Welcome to Orc.
really like to upgrade what we have currently. Let's take the axe. It'll sell for cool 4 silver. Yeah, well, you know, and with the auction house prices being so low right now, maybe there's a chance that people are selling bags on the auction house for less than what you can buy at a vendor. I actually would not be surprised if that's the case. Maybe it's the same thing with gear too. There's a lot of greens that you can buy from random overworld vendors that are just... It costs like 50 silver sometimes for each of them, where you can get something even better for like 10 silver off the auction house. So maybe we'll take a look. We should replace our bow at this point, I think. It's, you know, we're 6 levels past it at this point. Something that's going to hold us over until we can start running the Wailing Caverns, which shouldn't be too long from now. The Wailing Caverns has a very nice bow called Venom Strike. And since we're probably going to be running that dungeon multiple times, you know, hopefully we get lucky enough to at least see it and at least have a shot at it. Hopefully we're also the only hunter in the group that's looking for it. All right, we're here in the Valley of Honor. we're going to pick up our level 16 abilities, and we're going to keep our eyes peeled for a vendor that can provide us with some arrows. You would think the person selling the bows and the arrows and the guns and whatnot would be next to the hunter trainer, but I'm not sure about that. Let's stop by the stable master as well, because for the next episode we are going to have to box our Screech here for a little bit. See you in a little bit, buddy. Yeah, we're going to be riding solo on our trip to Westfall, where we have a greater flesh ripper to tame in order to pick up the move Screech.
How you doing, man?
Nothing for our pet until level 18, so we can ignore that.
Relax.
Still going to ignore these beast mastery skills for now. I definitely want them. I just don't need them right now, and they're just too expensive. Track humanoids again. I don't care about. Immolation trap. How often am I going to use this? It's a lot of damage. Immolation trap deals a lot of damage. I suppose we should take it. We're going to start running into elite level quests soon-ish, especially like when we enter like Stone Talon. I would like to take on old Bessie, the spider, and I feel like Immolation Trap going to be pretty useful for that. Mongoose Bite is honestly pretty terrible. The damage is so low, and like we're never going to be dodging because our pet's always going to have aggro for the most part. We'll pick up a new rank of Raptor Strike for now. I feel like it's only a matter of time before we stop picking up new ranks of those two. So nothing too exciting so far, nothing too crazy. Let's see where we're going to put this trap. I'm actually going to go ahead and put these swiftness potions in the bank. I'm just going to keep them for safekeeping. I don't feel like I need them, and I really do think that swiftness potions are going to go up in price at some point. To like a significant degree, especially when people start hitting level 60, especially as these swiftness potions that are currently on the auction house start to phase out. Once less and less players are, you know, kind of at the lower levels. I don't see anything. I don't see any reason to stay in the Valley of Honor anymore, so let's go ahead and work on our professions real quick. Probably shouldn't take us too long. Then we gotta go to the auction house, we gotta go to the bank, and then we're probably gonna be off to Thunder Bluff at that point to turn in our quest. Or maybe Undercity. Undercity is probably better actually, because we can go to Undercity, we can turn in the quest there, and then we can hearth back to the Barrens. And then fly to Thunder Bluff. It'd be quicker that way, I think. Let's speak with our trainer first, just to make sure that there's nothing else to pick up at the moment. And if there isn't, we're going to get the fine leather cloak very soon, though. Let's get Leatherworking open. Let's speak to the vendor. And let's figure out what we're crafting. I think it's the gloves. Yeah, the gloves are probably what we're gonna craft. Don't need to craft the leather pants, which is kind of nice, or the bracers, because we're picking up those from completed quests. Yeah, so I do think it's just the gloves. Most efficient way to level currently. But at level 85, let's make sure we pick up that green belt and make sure that we craft that as well.
What can I do for you?
What do you need? What are you looking for?
Let's see what we got here. We can craft a fine leather tunic. That is a huge upgrade. We need three cured hides for that. And oh, I guess it's not a green belt. Yeah, I guess it's just a normal belt. Oh no, okay, we can craft this cloak with a couple of fine thread. Let's do that. Beautiful, let's equip that. Some extra stamina. Let me check everything else. Okay, so I think, so we need 6 light leather for the fine leather tunic. We're going to craft some more gloves and see if we can get some more skill points out of those. We just need to make sure that we hold on to 6 light leather. So we can make 2 more. Actually, we can make more. I just realized we have ruined leather scraps in our inventory. Let's convert those. We can get 13 light leather out of it. That's quite a lot. And I think we're still going to be running into ruined leather scraps as we level. I don't think we're quite done with those yet. You're not really done with getting those until like I don't know, maybe like level 18 to 20 level enemies. It's probably right around when you can guarantee that you're not going to get the scraps anymore. Okay, that should be all that we can create. We got all the way to 97. That's not bad. It would have been nice to get to 100, but I'm not complaining too much about it. We can make light leather pants now. We're already gonna get some pants, but these kind of seem like they might be better. Unfortunately, compared to the quests pants, need a lot more light leather to actually create those, though. So we're gonna have to wait. Let's just make sure we have the ingredients for the fine leather tunic. Need 2 more coarse thread and the 3 cured light hides, which we can get from the bank, which we have to go to anyway. Let's sell these. I'll sell the ruined leather scraps for now just to free up an inventory slot. And then now what we're going to do is open up first aid. Let's try to create some more heavy linen bandages. If we hit level 80, then we're going to stop by the first aid trainer in the Valley of Spirits. Not sure if we'll get there, but we'll see. Yeah, we're going to be just off, but that's okay. We'll wrap that up another time.
And honor.
And now we're going to head over to the auction house and the bank. Now I know that there's a gun shop here. Does this place also sell?
Well met.
No, it's just bullets. Okay, so we have to find another place to grab our sharp arrows. I know that there's a general supply store over there. We've got leather and steel armory. Light armor merchant, nothing interesting.
What can I help you with?
Yeah, I don't think so. I guess we're gonna have to check the general vendor. Yeah, I don't know where the bowyer is in Orgrimmar, or if there is one. I have to assume that there is. Somewhere.
Loktar.
Yeah, this guy's only selling us rough arrows.
The Horde.
So we're gonna have to try somewhere else. We're gonna hearth back to the crossroads at some point, and we definitely know we can get sharp arrows there, so I guess I'm not too worried about it. Just got to remember and remind myself.
What can I help you with?
Well, we took out the 3 light hides. I guess we can put the leatherworking recipe in the bank for now. It's not going to take us too long to reach, but still, it's not a big deal if we just kind of let it sit there. And then let's open up leatherworking again so we can create the fine leather tunic. 4 agility, 3 stamina, nice upgrade.
Speak.
Just need a vendor so I can get rid of our old tunic.
Greetings.
And then let's go ahead and post these 2 greens that we picked up. Oh no, the crystalline cuffs are soul-bound. That's right. Okay, so just the single green. See if we can make a little bit of extra silver on that. Sure, 15 silver we can start with. Let's do a little bit of browsing. I want to see what the bag prices are. Yeah, look at that. 2 silver for 6 slot bags. It'll cost you 5 silver at the vendor. Now let's see if we can find 8 slot bags. Might take a little bit of time to get there because there's a lot of postings. Woolen bags, here we go. 6 silver. Vendors having you pay 25 for those things. Now I bet if we go to the 10 slot versions, let's see if we can find the 10 slot bags. So those are probably significantly more expensive. Yeah, 37 silver a pop. That makes a lot more sense. But 6 silver for 8 slot bags. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? We are picking up 3 of these right now.
I have just the thing for you.
I was not expecting to get new bags today, but I am very pleasantly surprised that we have. That feels a lot better already. I can say that for sure. Let's just vendor our old bags. And time has flown by. I don't think we're going to have time to turn in every single quest that we have. I think we have a fair shot, maybe, of getting to Thunderbluff in time. If we utilize our Hearthstone, I think we can do that. As for the Undercity quests, we'll just have to turn those in the next time we want to head over to Silver Pine. Let's make sure we buy the sharp arrows while we're here. Got a vendor over here that should have them for us.
What do you need?
Oh, that's right. We were to look for a bow on the auction house too. All right, I'll have to note that. Make a note of that for the next episode. Maybe in between episodes I can just work on picking that up. Nothing else to note. Let's get to Thunderbluff. Oh, I picked Camp Tahoe instead. That's okay. I think we have to go through Camp T anyway to get to Thunderbluff. That's part of the usual path anyway. Yeah, so let's make a note here. Need to buy a new bow from the auction house. Just something that will... Nothing too crazy, just something that's going to hold us over. It's the only... Again, it's the only thing that I think I'm going to purchase from the auction house for the most part. It depends on how much, disposable gold that we have as we level. There might be a case where we need to buy, like, jewelry, for example. The stuff that's a little bit more difficult to get. Otherwise, besides bow, whatever our range weapon is going to be, I'd rather just craft everything ourselves or find it in dungeons, especially. Would love to get most of our stuff from dungeons. Oh my god. You know what? I never got the flight path. It's a thunder bluff. That's why I didn't see it. We did so much in Thunder Bluff in the, a couple of episodes ago. Wow, that's the only thing we didn't do. All right, guys, well, I think I'm going to end it right here for now then. I'm going to run to Thunder Bluff. I'm going to get the flight path. I'll turn in the 2 quests while I'm there. Not going to be a big deal. We're not going to level up from it or anything. We're going to get, 7 silver from that quest. And we'll get our bracers as well. So we're going to get our bracers. That's totally fine. And then in the next episode, we're going to be on the Zeppelin, heading to Gromgol in Stranglethorn. And we're going to make the run to Westfall. I am anticipating death at least once. It's a really tough run for a low-level character to go through. Especially below, like, I don't know, like level like 25 or so. So it's going to be rough, but we'll get there. We're going to tame our Greater Flesh Ripper. And we're going to hopefully won't have to use the Flesh Ripper for too long before we pick up the first rank of Screech for our bat pet. As always, guys, I thank all of you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.